Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of our GTX Titan XP benchmarking. So, the Titan XP, of course, was released on August 2nd, 2016 at a price tag of $1,200 USD. The card is NVIDIA's new flagship, and today we are going to test it against 3 games at 4K. The first game we have up here is The Witcher 3, definitely known to be a very demanding game, and we're going to test the Titan against it. Now we're going to go and test it in 2 different areas. As you can see here, that there are settings which will affect different parts of the game, whether you're riding roach through the country or buying the latest goods in the Novigrad market. So we have our density of people or number of background characters. We also have shadow quality, terrain quality, water quality, grass density, and our texture quality, of course. Now up here in our post-processing, we have HBAO, and everything else is either on or at its highest settings. Now, as I get into the first part of the game here, I do want to say thank you very much. My unboxing of the GTX Titan XP, that video has reached 800 views for a channel that is so early on. I really appreciate it, and wasn't expecting it, but I want to thank you guys definitely just the same. And one other thing, while we're starting off here, I would actually like to get into is, of course, the fact that I want to, at some point here, do a overclocking video with the card, and I definitely look forward to your comments, your suggestions on what games should be run for that. So as you can see in the upper left-hand corner here, we are moving along 43, 42 frames a second. As we move into wooded areas, as trees come into view, you are going to see the frame rate drop. Now, some of you may be saying, hey, the card's $1,200 and, I'm not seeing 60 frames. And you're right, you're not seeing 60 frames. This is not necessarily a game which will give you 60 frames at 4K. Albeit the Titan X is a very impressive card. It is not quite the card that is going to do The Witcher at 4K for you. And albeit that is slightly a shame, we are getting there. It will be just a few more generations, but I do want you guys to really keep in mind as you are watching this that this card is handling The Witcher at 4K. That's 4 times your Xbox 360. That is 4 times the pixel resolution of your PS4. And it's doing it with the enhanced details and the enhanced graphics, and it's doing it at a better clip than either of those systems could handle at the release of this game. Actually, even today, CD Projekt Red, of course, has been very good about going out and making sure that The Witcher has been supported throughout. So, to me, this game is very impressive at 4K, at the detail quality. This game is definitely playable at these frame rates, and the Titan X is doing a fantastic job. Now, right now, I'm looking for a few enemies to find. Oh, I think I thought I saw one on the map here. Just so you guys can see the frame rate dip. And I know I probably should have stayed on Roach. It would have gotten me through this a lot faster, finding enemies a lot faster. say, but we should be running into enemies here at any moment. There we go.
Magic. A place of power.
There we go. And so as I start fighting these enemies here, you can see that the frame rate is dipping because it is having, of course, to draw characters and these animations for the fighting.
Too far afield, this.
And so as you saw me go under the water, let's grab our place of power here. There it is. Oh.
Just destroy it.
And as we're doing that, I mean, the frame rate, of course, does drop down. You do, of course, have to take into account the new lighting source and whatnot. So with that being said, let's go take a look at the Novigrad setting and just see how the frame rate does there. Now, in one of my videos, I also want to make a mention that somebody did ask me about SLI. SLI is not, it's not possible to put two cards that are not the same together. So it's really not possible to do a 1080 and a GTX Titan. It is possible, of course, to do two Titans. I am trying to figure out a way to do that with the new Titan Pascal. Of course, there are rumors that there is going to be a full-fledged Titan down the line here, not too long from now. That NVIDIA may be, well, and take this as a rumor, lots of salt here, folks, that NVIDIA may be pulling a first generation Titan versus Titan Black, where the Titan Black was a full featured card and the Titan was actually a cut down version. This is not full GP102, so we could be actually looking, that scenario could be a very big possibility. Of course, they could also brand a full 1080 Ti as they could brand a full 1080 Ti as the as a full GP102. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's more likely that they will have a successor to the Titan X Pascal at a higher price point. Most likely, I would assume around $1,500. These, of course, are things I have heard elsewhere. I think that's what makes the most sense. If we do not see that, then I also think our chances would be better at looking at Vega. Or, excuse me, not Vega, Volta. Too many P's, too many V's. NVIDIA and AMD need to stop doing that. Anyway, so as we are walking around the city here, you can see in this smaller area, frame rates are up 48, 47. As we move back down, of course, here into more crowded areas, we're going to see the frame rate drop. As it started to right there, down to 44. And, you know, down to 42, 41. I mean, we definitely are seeing some effect of riding, of course, through the town and all the extra horsepower that actually has to go into making this work right. With all the architecture, with all the people. And, of course, you know, if there's any questions, please put them in the comments. Please subscribe if you like these videos. And we're going to move on to our next game. And I'll see you guys here in just a moment.
Whoa!
And welcome to our second game in this episode of Benchmarking the Titan X. So we're looking here at Battlefield 4. And as we load into this here, we are going to check out the different settings. Now, as you can see, our video here is at 4K, and all of our settings are set to the max. And there's really nothing else we can do. So with that being said, let's get back to the game here and see how well I can actually perform. Alright, so as we run down here,
Objective Golf has been neutralized.
up there, see jet. Sounds like we're getting into more of a firefighting area. I should have saved the Jeep. And the guy is on a roll. So, we are still
There
playing
appears to be an enemy soldier
on the
moving to your
698
location.
frame right here.
I have eyes on an enemy engine. Please where you are. Enemy box there, I can't move! The enemy helicopter just goes to your own position.
And you can see that the frame rate is, of course, still staying really, really high. There's really no artifacting. The explosions are beautiful.
I have eyes on a
Full
hostile
frame.
machine gunner east of your
The
location.
Titan definitely does very well. We will, of course, look at a more detailed map here in a moment.
Enemy armor has been identified. Operating to your east.
Definitely want to avoid the
Looks like we got an enemy vehicle operating
very be interesting to see if the Titan is capable of handling Battlefield 1, not quite capable of as the it's going to be in a very
An enemy LAV south of your position.
oh,
We no longer control objective Charlie. There's a light armored vehicle operating somewhere in your south. We have positive ID on anti-aircraft east of your current location. We have taken objective Charlie.
and that's the great thing about shooting the rock on the entire time.
Listen up. There's a hostile tank east of your location. Objective Alpha has been lost.
Alright guys, and this is our second map in Battlefield 4 here. We're gonna just real quick so you can see that there's no games going on. Our standards are pretty much all the same. Everything's still Ultra, 2x MSAA, 4K. I mean, we're running the exact same settings. So, let's go and get back into the game. And you know, we've got both chopper before, so this will be interesting. Oh, well, that worked so well. There we go. And guess what, guys? I'm flying. Ah, okay. Gotcha. So, as you can see, we are definitely scattered around here at 90 frames, 100 frames. I mean, as we go up in the world, things of course become far more difficult. I'm really quite sure 100% where we're at here. So as you can see, we're bouncing between the high 100s and the, or excuse me, the low 100s, and we are the high 100s and down to the 90s. So. Apparently, I'm misunderstanding what games that I'm playing here. Oh.
get back here.
And I'm not gonna make it all night. Well, that was pretty, and that took the frame rate actually down quite a bit. So major explosions. That's definitely one thing we will. And here we are with the tank, as you can see. Once again, we're talking 100 frames. And we're bouncing down into the 80s, 90s.
Обороните эту цель!
Of course, something is taking our point, but that's not really a big deal here.
Атаковать эту цель!
This gives us a different, interesting view of the world. So, you've seen a couple maps, guys. It gives you an idea, definitely, what we are looking at with this game and what kind of frame rate you should expect. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this, of course. You're over 60. I mean, unless you have a 120 hertz monitor. I mean, this is perfect. This is exactly what you want. This is exactly what you're looking for. The speed, the graphics, I mean, the post-processing, all the bells and whistles. This is, of course, one of the games that the Titan excels at. And, of course, there are others. Our next game that our next and our final game that we're going to look at in today's episode is Welcome to Crysis 3, and this is our final game that we're going to look at here in today's episode. And before we get started here, we're going to just take a quick look at what our settings are. As you can see, we are using low SMAA. We're using 4K. And you can see everything here is on or at very high. You know, once again, we are not gonna quite hit
Romeo
60
1, we've reached
this
Foxtrot
game.
4. Burnout
But
prepped and ready,
with
over.
that being said, this game is definitely not any slouch by any means.
Nice one. You hear that?
Critical threat. Sustained wind speeds exceeding operational
Make
limits.
sure you keep it steady as it's firing.
And there we go.
Shooting like that, I've got you. Bang back.
Watch each other's six. Somebody back me up! Take these bastards down. I want to be out of here in 15. Got it. Fuck! Clear out! Damn it!
Well, I know that guy's not. So, we got 46, 45. Oh, and I just took a dive into the water. But that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect here in this first level. But let's see something a little prettier.
Hardware is intact. Initiating terminal velocity.
Copy that, Romeo 1. You have cleared the perimeter. The Liberty Dome is designed to contain a Ceph threat.
So, depending upon, of course, the area that you're in, whether you're inside, whether you're outside, whether you're...
That's Claire, New York's
have
regional
all
commander.
kinds of
She's not a soldier. We've lost most of our
explosions
top
going on
brass,
around
but
you. I
she's
mean,
doing
you
one
are,
hell
of
of a
course, gonna
job.
get different frame rates.
You have respect for command now.
Well, you know, this one's different. Oh, shit. She made me swear not to tell a living soul. Well, I guess technically I ain't really breaking my word, right?
Alright, so...
System disrupted.
Look at this. Straight from the skinning labs. Experimental nanotech.
Nanosuit upgrade located. Integrate immediately. Rebooting nanosuit.
Well, I hope it's worth it.
Now, definitely one thing that I also want to mention while benchmarking this card, I know it was an issue with Radeon cards here. There was some sort of flickering and stuttering when it comes to water. I had not seen
This is how it all started. People signed up with Cell for cheap energy. Cell were generating power for free, and nobody can compete with free.
As you can see, there's
Before
the
long,
sun, you
they had
can
a
see,
monopoly.
you know, kind of the
Bills went
dust
up.
on the
People
the
had
lens
nothing
here,
left except
the
their
lens
pets.
flare.
Cell marched them out and into the volunteer camps. Nothing but slavery.
And you know, we're looking at, of course,
Scanning Sector 1,
Hold
Delta
up.
6.
Minefield. Cell's using intelligent munitions. Well, that's one way to do it.
there we
That
go.
should be enough.
As you can
Come
see,
on.
that dropped the frame rate quite a bit. Actually dropped this down
IMS
at
detonation detected in Sector 1,
37
Delta
frames a
4.
second.
Done?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just an energy surge. Energy source depleted. Gone now.
Scanning
You know,
Sector
to get
1,
through this
Delta
section,
7.
you know, once again, you see the frame rate go back up. You know, depending upon how much we're looking at, how far we can see into the distance. You know, whether we're looking up. I mean, and it has to render something.
Support.
All right.
Okay, this is how it's gonna work. I'll call out the locations as I see them. Like this one in Sector 1 Delta 0. Please attention to our location. Our primary target is Tower 3 Delta 3. As soon as you get the hardware, we'll knock the bastard out cold.
Coming in around.
Sector 1 Delta 3, looks good. There, Sector 1 Delta 0. Sector 1 Delta 2, got something.
You can see the rate is dropping.
Keep low and out of sight of them.
And I mean, that's our quick look here at Crysis 3. The game itself, its details, I really don't have a lot to say about the series. I've never really played it before. But I mean, it is beautiful. It is graphically intensive. The Titan X can run the game, albeit not at the PC preferred 60 frames. I know a lot of people out there are starting to prefer 120 frames. We're just not quite there, possibly at 1440, but that's going to be a different video. If you want to see that, let me know. I do appreciate you guys watching. Please give me a thumbs up. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs down. If you don't, leave comments, and do remember to click that subscribe button. And I want to thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.